Hello, welcome to the Ball State University Wrecking Crew headquarters. I'm Stephen Campbell. Joining me again today is Maestro Douglas Droste. Doug, thanks for being here again.
Glad to be here.
So today we're going to chat just for a few minutes about the upcoming Ball State Symphony Orchestra concert, which is going to be on campus, Ball State University, on Tuesday, October the 30th at 7:30 in the evening. It's going to be in Sursa Performance Hall, or for those of you who are a little further away, you'll be able to check out the live stream. The link to that will be included in the description box below. So Doug, why don't we start by just talking about what's on the program?
We have a very diverse program. We're going to start it off with a piece by Libby Larson, who is a Minnesota composer. This is called Deep Summer Music, and it's really fitting for this time of year because it depicts fall, autumn, the temperature changing, the leaves changing. Also has a very big trumpet solo in it, so very appropriate for the Wrecking Crew. After that, we will feature our trombone professor, Chris Van Hoff, who I believe was on this recording just a week or so ago.
Yes.
Yes. So Dr. Van Hoff.
Chris and I talked about audition.
Yes, audition, that's what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dr. Van Hoff will perform the Tomasi Trombone Concerto with us. We're very excited to do that. French composer, probably well known in the trombone world, but lesser known by most other people.
Well, we have a concerto. We have a significant concerto by Tomasi,
yes,
which I've done an edition of.
Nice. After that, we will slip into our Romeo and Juliet set, the first of which being Prokofiev's Suite No. 2 from Romeo and Juliet. Features Montagues and Capulets, which is probably the most popular movement out of that. And then we will finish with Leonard Bernstein's Symphonic Dances of West Side Story.
That's a tremendous program. All of those pieces are. Well, I don't know the Larson piece, so I look forward to hearing that. We'll all have a chance to hear that.
Yeah.
So Chris will obviously sound great on the Tomasi concerto. It's a fabulous piece.
Will.
And so after the Tomasi's, is that halftime?
Yes, intermission.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the West Side Story, of course, continuing with the Bernstein's 100th birthday.
What do you call that? He's passed, so it's still a birthday, right? Anniversary.
Yeah.
Anniversary
Centenary,
of his birthday.
I don't know.
Centenary, yes.
Well, but the world of serious music owes him a lot, so
It does.
I think the least we can do is celebrate that.
It's a very popular year. I mean, it's always a popular year for Leonard Bernstein, but this year even more so with the 100th birthday. A lot of orchestras are performing it, and we're happy to partake and join him in West Side Story, which is that and Sound of Music are just one of the most popular musicals of all time.
I think I'm not a musical theater scholar, but it seems like that his score to West Side Story was just a significant game changer.
Yeah, it was groundbreaking.
And
it was an all-star cast. I mean, the choreographer Jerome Robbins and Arthur Lawrence. I mean, it was an all-star team to put that musical together.
Yeah. And these are some of the best. The dances and everything. Like these are some of the best pieces.
They are
from the.
They are. They are.
Yeah, my favorite part, because I've done that musical a number of times. You just being in the pit.
Yeah.
And I mean it. For me personally, of course, we all have things that we like and things that we. Other things
like to avoid.
Right, but the dance at the gym sequence. I mean, that's a really fun.
Yeah.
Part of the music, and that's right at the very beginning.
Yes, it is.
It's all downhill from there.
That's right.
People,
Yeah.
They don't call it a tragedy for nothing.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, it's great music. I never get tired of it.
No, it's fabulous. Yeah. And the Prokofiev. Also, I had an opportunity to perform that complete ballet.
Oh, nice.
Last year, several performances, and that music's just absolutely incredible.
Right. I was just reading. It was not well received, just with the music being not what you would typically find from a ballet at the time, but has become more popular. And of course, as a concert piece, the suites are very well known in the orchestra repertoire.
Yeah, I like it. I love playing ballet music. You don't have to worry about covering anybody up.
That's right.
Cover up the singers.
That's
There's
right.
nothing to cover up.
Yeah.
A lot of little tasty solos. A lot of interesting music.
It's all about tempos, at least for the conductor.
Yeah.
And you know there are 2 tempos in ballet.
What are they?
Too fast and too slow.
Yeah, I think that's ballet and opera, and generally speaking, I think we're very forward-thinking genres. So we got a lot of interesting subject matter, a lot of interesting people willing to experiment.
Right.
Or so it seems. So was there? So can you want to talk to us a little bit about? I mean, just generally, and you led to this just a moment ago. The second half is you've got the Romeo and Juliet theme. So for those of us you who are joining us who may not know this, so the Prokofiev music is from the ballet Romeo and Juliet, but the Bernstein West Side Story is a Romeo and Juliet story.
Correct.
That takes place.
Correct. The two Tony and Maria lovers from rival gangs, rival cultures in New York City, and that was based off of Romeo and Juliet. So that is the tying theme of the second half of the program.
Right. So that's the first part. And then how did you come by the Larson Deep Summer music?
Well, back in high school, I performed in a honor orchestra that was conducted by a conductor who was from Minnesota, who had a prior relationship with Libby Larson, and we played one of her pieces, and I was just kind of fascinated with her music. About 25 years later, I was asked to conduct the Minnesota All-State Orchestra, and whenever I conduct an All-State, I tried to feature, doesn't always work out, but I try to find a piece that is native to that state, or at least composed by someone from that state. And I just remembered Libby Larson's name and said, oh, this would make a great match. I got in touch with her. She's really great. She's really friendly. And she recommended 3 or 4 pieces. This is the one that I chose to perform with them. And then when we were in rehearsal, we actually had a Skype interview with her. She talked a lot about her music. And I'm very fascinated with her music and with her as a composer.
And this is I think another important element of the program, because in this case with the program that you've mentioned, Libby Larson is the only composer that would be able to make it to the concert.
Right, exactly. Well, it's kind of bookended by American composers with Libby and Leonard Bernstein on the end.
While Libby Larson is composing, the other people are decomposing.
Decomposing, there you go. I knew it was coming.
So that'll be great. And then obviously, Chris will sound fabulous on the Tomasi Concerto. So I think it's, just in our conversation, I think that this is such a fantastic program. There's a lot of variety, and so for someone and I think that's at the end of the day, I think, speaking for myself, I think that what is important, an important item to remember is simply that while the arts can help us reach a new level of compassion and understanding and so forth, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be entertaining. And and I think everyone knew that, even Wagner.
Right.
And there's, of course, he wanted you to leave changed.
Yes.
But also entertained. And I think he did that, with the exception of the prologue to Twilight of the Gods. And so I think that's important, and I think it sounds like that's what you've given us as a listener is a very entertaining program, but more importantly, as an educational institution, you've provided the students with a significant program, learning different styles, and a variety of repertory and subject matter that they have to learn. So it sounds to me like an overall just like fabulous program.
Good. Well, we love our composers that are decomposing, that we perform their works over and over again, and there's a reason why, because it's great music. But as an educator and conductor and entertainer, as you say, we owe it to our students, audiences, to open their horizons to new works. And even the Libby Larson piece it was written in 1981. It's really not all that new. It's still relatively old when you're talking about contemporary music.
Well, now, I was born in 1981, so okay, it's not that old. This is fresh.
Fresh, right off the press. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, Doug, I've enjoyed our conversation
Thanks,
as
Stephen.
always.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for being here. Look forward to the program. Again, all the information will be contained in the description box below, including links to all of our social media. So we hope you'll follow us and keep in touch. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, and bravo to the Wrecking Crew. Bravo to Stephen as the leader of the Wrecking Crew for having this video series, which I think is very valuable for our School of Music.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you all for watching. Be well and go practice.